Para and Apara knowledge. There are two kinds of knowledge, namely, para and apara. Apara knowledge seeks to subjectivize the external objectivity, while para aims at the subjectivization of the internal objectivity. Apara is temporary and imperfect in the very nature of things. If a graduate in any subject were to reappear for examination in the same subject with the same question paper, after a considerable lapse of time, that person might not be able to pass the examination, because in the meantime, they would have forgotten much of the apara knowledge they possessed at the time of the examination. Moreover, if the medium is defective in some way or other, the very initial impartation of the knowledge may be defective. There may be a printing mistake, or there may be an error on the part of the author himself, or the external objectivity which forms the subject may itself have changed, and what was taught about it some time ago may no longer be correct. Para knowledge, on the other hand, is always exact and correct and permanent and lasting, because its subject is Parama Purusha himself. Comparatively speaking and in ultimate terms, it is para knowledge which is worthwhile rather than apara knowledge. But because Ananda Marga is a path on which the external objectivity is not ignored, although the ultimate goal remains the ultimate subjectivity, that is, Parama Purusha, the correct course is to gain the maximum para knowledge, and along with it to acquire such and so much of apara knowledge as may be found helpful and necessary while dealing with the external objectivity. Shastra knowledge and Shastra knowledge are both necessary. If the one is lacking, the other gets jeopardized. Shastra, literally, weapon, denotes what protects the physical, the metaphysical, and the spiritual existence. Shastra, which has its root in the word shasana, administration, means the discipline that leads to spiritual perfection. If there be no protection for the physical and the metaphysical existence, then the spiritual journey cannot begin at all. If a sadhaka, spiritual practitioner, cannot have the security of life and limb to perform his sadhana, the very question of sadhana will not arise. Without Shastra, on the other hand, Shastra will be useless and aimless, because the ultimate objective of Parama Purusha can be gained only through Shastra. There are 50 mental propensities in a human being. The lower creatures have fewer and fewer propensities, as each species descends lower and lower on the scale. The human is the most complex creature. Each propensity is controlled by its respective gland. 49 of the 50 pertain to the field of apara knowledge, while the 50th is the para propensity, ruled by its gland. Baba demonstrated this by touching some of these 50 glands, including the para gland, and by obtaining answers at each stage from the sadhaka, who was the medium of the demonstration. There are the following 3 mental attitudes for a sadhaka, vis-a-vis the Lord, in rising order of excellence. Good, he belongs to everybody and therefore he belongs to me also. Better, he belongs to me and therefore he belongs to everybody. Best, he is my personal property and he does not belong to anybody else. 1969, Ranchi.